So first of all, good morning everyone. So thanks for joining this session today. So it's 2 minutes past 2. Okay, so let's discuss and let's recap what we discussed in the our yesterday's class, right? So yesterday we have just to discussed about the versions. What are the SAP versions we are going to discuss? And also we discussed about the SAP architecture, just rough architecture. It's a three-tier architecture, and which topics we are going to discuss the first now. So we are going to discuss about the SAP, right? SAP basis administration means technical team, technical topics we are going to cover it here, right? So with us we have developers, security, functional, finance. So all the users, they will work in the same system remotely. They will log in, they will work on that one. Okay. So that is the, so yesterday we discussed versions. Okay. That is not much important, but only the highest versions are very important, which we discussed. So we are going to discuss about everything on ECC, SAP ECC 6.0, EHP 8. This is the real-time server, real-time live transaction server. Okay, this is also called the OLTP, online transactional processing. Okay, so this is a product, SAP product we are going to discuss, and SAP NetWeaver and HANA database we are going to discuss. So why we are discussing only ECC, not the BW, CRM, SRM, other systems? So why means most of the every organization, they use the SAP ECC product. ECC is the live transactional, which means every customer, they go first, they for their business first they will install the ECC. And also you may get the questions on only on the ECC side only. Okay, that is the reason why, because ECC means enterprise core component. For every organization, there is a one core component that is called the ECC, SAP ECC. So this is comes from the SAP product only, right? So same we are discussing about the ECC. So we are discussing about the ECC, sir, how to log in and how to install and how to work it out. To install the SAP, so we have to follow the some rules. We have to install SAP, we have to follow the some rules, some set of methodology we have to follow. Sir, can I directly go ahead and install it? Yeah, you can install it, but practice purpose we can install n number of ways we can do that one. But the organization will follow the one strategy, some organization policies will follow the organization, right? So what is that strategy, what is that methodology it will follow? So why every organization should follow the that strategy, right? So every organization during the SAP implementation, so it's kind of implementation projects. In the during the SAP implementation projects, so normally there are the projects in the customer: SAP implementation project, SAP support project, SAP migration projects. They are the kind of support projects in the system, right? So now our SAP installation comes under the SAP implementation. So SAP implementation, they are the SAP implementation. To perform the SAP installation, we have to follow the one methodology that is called the SAP methodology. Okay, this is the small important for when you are some people, they may ask you questions on the implementation project. So have you done the implementation, SAP implementation? Yes. Can you tell me the phases of the implementation like that? Okay, just 1 minute. sorry guys, unknown task. Yeah, it's like SAP methodology we will follow. Okay, so if anyone asks you, have you done the SAP implementation project, means yes. Why? Because implementation policy, the majorly the installation and the sub installation and configuration is the main. So SAP methodology we will follow. SAP means ASAP means, so it's like accelerated SAP. SAP means accelerated SAP. Let me write it here. Accelerated SAP. So this methodology we will follow. This phases we will follow. So this SAP methodology is a standard SAP related project preparation methodology. So there is some preparations, implementations, development activity this will perform. So the purpose of this SAP methodology to help project management. So when the new project coming, so the customer wants to go for the SAP, so this SAP methodology will help to the project to design their SAP implementations in the more efficient manner. So like optimizing the time, people, go live support, quality, how many resources we required. That is what the project management, the project team, the project managers will plan this one. When the time of the project implementation time, SAP implementation methodology. So this SAP methodology will help customer to so timelines, resources, quality of the work. So all this work, right? There are some phases this SAP methodology. So we will follow the some phases in the SAP methodology. The phase one is called the project preparation. The project preparation. Then phase two. What is this phase two? Phase two is called the business business blueprint. Then phase three is called the realization. Definitely when you mention the SAP installation means, definitely they may ask you questions on the how many phases we have in SAP implementation. So these are the preparations. So final preparation activities. Then phase 5 is called the go live and support. Okay, go live and support. Normally few projects will start from here. Go live and support activities we will start from here. Daily monitoring, transport, import and everything, all our SAP topics comes after the support activities only. So before that there is a hidden phases. These are the hidden phases. Normally the who are more experienced, the architect level on-site person, the clients, they will involve in this preparation activities, this SAP methodology, the preparation activities, right? So what is mean by the project preparation activity? What exactly we will perform the project preparation activity? So in the name itself, the project preparation itself, it means this phase mainly focus on the initial planning, the preparation to the set of the goals. Typically there are some clarity, some scope of implementation, what we have to do, then team structure, then sequence, the project, defining the sequence of the project implementations. So how many teams we required, so that the team leads, management, and scope of implementations, what are the functions we have to activate, so what are the technologies we have to use for our projects. This is the project preparation activities, right? So that is the reason. If you don't have anything, so if you don't have this SAP methodology, the implementation methodology, what we will do, directly the people will go and install the SAP system, then they will start using it. But if you start using it some other day, the teams want to different functionality, again we have to do the rework. So to avoid this type of issues and everything, so the phases, we have the phases, phase by phase we have to go further the SAP implementation, right? So in the first phase itself, preparation activities. Suppose if you want to go outside and take the food, you have to do the some preparation activities, right? Suppose if you in your home, if you want to eat directly, if you want to go and eat the food, there is some preparation activities, right? So rice cooker, gas, everything we need to do some preparation activities. Same as like if we want to install the SAP system, the first of all, which SAP product we have to do the installation, what are the team structure, how many teams we required, so like, and also the scope, what functionalities, the scope of implementation. So that we need clarity, and also the project implementation strategies. So all these one we have to prepare it. We means architect level, or our managers, or so like project management PMO team, they will prepare the all these preparation activities and everything. They will take the inputs from the client, they will prepare a presentations during the project preparation activities. So okay, that is the small information, theoretical information about the so project preparation. What about the business blueprint? So blueprint means, so the aim of this phase is so understanding of the documentation, it kind of detailed documentation preparing. Blueprint means documentation, requirement gathering. Somehow this is the landscape, this is the landscape, these are the hierarchy we will follow, this is the escalation point of contact, this is the landscape, this is the client. Like that we need to prepare the some documentation, detailed documentation we prepare. So when you go to any shopping mall, when you go to any other areas, you see the any, suppose if you go to the one shopping mall, there is a blueprint, right? Business blueprint, there is a blueprint of the that shopping mall, and there is a blueprint. Did you observe, anyone observe this blueprint entire your tenure now? So anyone observed the blueprints? If you go to any shopping mall, anywhere, you see the building design, the blueprint is attached one place. Every floor it is attached to understand of the, so if any emergencies occurs, where we have to go, and the building structure will be placed into the one in the business blueprint, right? So I hope you too, right? You observed this one. So that is the blueprint, detailed documentation. So actually in this phase also we will not involve. So preparation also we will not involve. Why? Because we are the technical teams. The management will take care of all this part. But but we should be aware of what will happen here, right? And also the realization phase. In the realization phase, the is a so this phase, the realization phase is felt. So implementation, installation, requirement gathering. So this kind of configurations concern the remaining scope. So all this work will take from the, here we will do that one. So here like, so here in the realization phase we will start installing the our SAP systems, what functions we have to which are the SAP products we have to implement it, like ECC, BW, CRM, SRM systems, ANA databases. So what are the SAP systems we have to implement it? So this phase mainly focus on the implementing the all the business process requirements. The function we will implement that, we will implement it, and the functional thing will create the business process scenarios. So and also they will attach the some sign off from the stakeholder. Okay, so this is what we implemented as per your scope, so can you please do the sign off? So they like that configurations, everything we will perform in the phase number 3. Here the basis work will start, actual basis work will start from the here relation phase. Relation phase means installations of the SAP systems, downloading the patches, so and also OS preparations. So all kind of information will start from, so in the relation phase onwards. Then what is next? Once you done the implementation, functional team they created the business scenarios, security team developed the security roles and authorization, developers they done the customization, everything done. We from our side, basis team side, we installed the systems, we hand out the system to the functional and development teams. That is done, right? Then what is next? Next is the phase number 4. In the phase number 4, what exactly happens? the final preparation, the testing, management activities, the cutover activities, end user training, other tasks are required to for go live. Before going to the go live support, here all activity testing. So we have installed the, we have done the installation. Functional team, they have done the scenarios creation. Security team, they created the security roles. Developers, they done the development coding writing. Then after that, we need to test that whether that successfully working or not. Why? Because once the business go live happens, the project go live happens. Go live means the project went to the live. That which means you are suppose you are doing the one food order business, home delivery. For that business, so you want to implement the SAP for their, like their systems, the applications and everything. You have to implement the SAP. So first of all, the preparation activities are required. Your orders, purchase orders, sales orders, creations, you will get the orders from the users before directly going. So you need to do the some groundwork, right? Project preparations, then architectures, creations, and SAP systems implementations, and functional team will create the how the order we will get, either the apps, browsers, then they will create the scenarios. So once the order is getting, where to credit it, where to debit it, the order where to go to, what is the stop. So all these things they will, the functional team and development, they will develop the codes and everything, they will do that one. Once done, they will do the testing in the final preparation. In the final preparation, they will do the testing, cutover activities, end user. Some users, they require the training. So users, they require the training. Now some people, they don't know about the SAP. So the end users, they require the training. All other tasks that would be required for the go live, and that is required for the, so final preparation activities. That is the step number 4. Once the testing, training, all activities successfully completed, then the organization, which will give the ensures the organization is ready to begin their new system. Without testing, if you release your product in the, if you release your food order app, food order business into the your market, then if I book the, if I am trying to book and your site is down, your orders is not booking, payment is deducted, there is a lot of clashes. In the day one itself, your business is flop down, right? That is the reason we want to implement one software, one application to one. If you want to implement one business, then in the back end, lot of activities we have to perform it. We means entire organization have to perform it. Suppose I am the food business, about like Swiggy, Zomato. So that Swiggy, Zomato applications are helping us. Same as like LCP is taking the order, booking the order, delivering the order, everything will be tracked. Same as like I want to build the one more application. Same as like suppose like ABCD, I want to build it. For that one, in the softwares, what are the softwares we required? What are the applications required? What are the application phases looks like? What are the buttons looks like? How to do the payments, gateway, tie-ups? Oh, all these things we have to do. We have to do testing, everything in the day. It will cover under the project preparation, blueprint, and the basis team will do the installations, downloading the softwares, installing the softwares, and the functional team will create the scenarios, testing, development, everything will be performed in, everything will be performed in. So here, so once done testing, we have to perform it. Why? Because everyone is done, but before you go for the go live, you need to test, right, whether it is successfully working or not. If you book the order, is it the only that order is booking? Only if you book the one biryani, if you book the only that biryani is booking, or different biryani is booking? You need to test that code, right? You need to test that functionalities, right? So that functionalities will test in the final preparation activities. Then only it will go for the go live activities. Go live activities. So the go live, what happens here? I'm sorry, guys. So in this phase, the system, the organization journey from pre-production environment to live production environment, live operations will start. So all these testing environments, everything they will do in the non-production systems, development, quality, testing, everything they will perform. So when they for the go live, So their business will start booking the orders, purchase orders, sales orders, everything will start from the production system, So they will start from the production system. So from here, we need to support. From here, we need to do the support, like monitoring the system. Are there any issues during the day-to-day operations, transactions monitoring, system performance? Are there any system issues? How many users are logging? And what is the system usage and everything? Why? Because so in the go live onwards, the production system is the very important for the business. The production team, production system is down, production SAP is down, they cannot book any orders, right? Suppose your Swiggy is down, what will happen? You cannot book any orders, right? The company will get the loss. Why? Because so during that period, you may get the loss. So that is the reason. That is the reason. So you need to be careful when it is went to the go live. We are in the cautious mode. So which means so go live, when this go live happened, the system, everything will operations, everything will happen on the production system, production operations. Okay, these are about the phases. Phase one, phase two, phase three. These are the phases we have to follow to implement the one SAP system, one business to implement it. We have to follow all these things. We have to follow. So the conclusion, the bottom line is this SAP methodology. To follow the SAP methodology, we will be in the serial wise, sequence wise, step by step. We are doing the go live of the business and everything. So normally, at least 10 years of experience person, they will perform all these activities and everything. Normally 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years below persons, they will do the all support activities only. Support activities means after the installation is done, whatever we perform, those activities. But to safer side, to understand what exactly happens, we discussed about the project implementation methodologies also we discussed. Okay, got it? I hope it will clarify. So any questions from anyone here? Any questions from anyone? Here you can take the example of the, so suppose one mobile phone they are releasing to the market, means how they will do the planning, preparation activities, then the model, the blueprint, then how they will install the minimum chips, sockets, then final preparation testing activities, then they will give the go live activity, means they will release the product into the go live. Then after that, the people purchase and they will start using it. When they started using their product, if any issues, then so again it will create the problem. So that is the reason, full thoroughly they will do the testing in the final preparation activities, then only they will release the product into the market, right? That is what it will happen. Same as like here, same you can relate to the SAP, right? So any questions from anyone? I hope will, okay, I hope it's clear. Then what next? Then we discussed about the theoreticals, are what we discussed next. What is the next here? So next one, so now we already planned the preparation activities. So we are planning to do the installation of the SAP ECC HANA database. That is what need for our business. Okay, that is what. So the architecture diagram, like we need some OS. That is what we discussed. So then preparation activities, relation phase. Relation phase means we need to download the softwares, then do the installations, all these things we have to do that one, right? Now we are in the relation phase. In the relation phase, what we have to do now? So we need to build the systems. We need to install the systems. If you want to install the systems, then what we required? Then installation, preparation activities, installation, prerequisite activities we have to perform it. Prerequisite activities we have to perform it. What prerequisite activity? If you want to install the one system, or directly I will download the VLC media player and I can watch it, right? Why again all this kind of work again we have to do? VLC media player is the small software, but that is the one application for that to watch the videos and everything. But if you, that something is wrong, you can delete and you can install it. But SAP, if you delete it, all data gone, right? All your business data gone, financial data, everything. It will create the big risk for the customers. So before you do the direct installation, there is a planned preparation activities we have to perform it. Planned preparation activities we need to do. So what are those planned preparation activities, right? The installation planned preparation activities we have to perform it. So what are those? So kind of software and hardware requirements. Okay, software. So SAP, what are the hardware requirements and what are the softwares we required? So hardware requirements. To install the SAP system, what are the hardware we required? Hardware requirements, right? Hardware requirements we required. So this hardware requirements we have to discuss. Then software requirements we have to discuss. Then we have to download the softwares. Then we have to start the installation, right? So we have to discuss about all these things, right? What are the hardware things we required? So the minimum hardware to implement the SAP ERP system, we need the we need to follow the minimum hardware and software requirements. So to perform the SAP implementation successfully, to install SAP system successfully, so we have to follow the minimum hardware requirements, right? So what are those minimum hardware requirements? Hardware means what are the things will comes from the hardware? CPU, right? Then memory, right? Then what next? Then so storage, it's kind of HDD. Then network, right? So these are the minimum hardware requirements we required, right? Is it correct or not? Right? These are the minimum
Yes.
hardware. Yes, this all are comes under the hardware only. So how many CPUs we required? What are the CPUs we required? Actually, normally these hardware requirements will be performed by the architects. Why? Because who are having more experience, they know how many what CPUs we have. So not only architects, we can also perform what's there in that one. We'll also do that one, right? So CPU means, so we have Intel CPUs are available. Suppose the example Intel CPUs, and how many CPUs we required here. Suppose what are the RAM size we required. For RAM, minimum 4 GB is required to install the SAP only. Minimum 4 GB RAM is required. Minimum 4 GB RAM, right? And also for storage 100 plus GB, minimum 100 plus GB free space is required. So network card, Ethernet card, LAN connectivity is required. Without network, how can we log in, right? Definitely it's required. Definitely it's required the all these things. So minimum 4 GB of RAM is required, right? So now so CPU's perspective. So Intel CPUs, dual core, octa core, something like processor, right? That is the 60-bit processors we required. So 60-bit processor we required, and how many like dual core means depends upon the RAM size. You can get the CPU's estimation. How many CPUs we required and everything, right? So memory minimum 4 GB we required. So in the real time, how can we calculate the RAM size? Sir, my business is the food business, or my business is the cement business. So how to calculate the RAM size? Why? Because RAM size is the very important here. Even for small mobiles, when you are purchasing from the Amazon or Flipkart, you are comparing the memory, the specifications, and everything from one mobile to other mobile. You are comparing. But here we are implementing one business application. SAP you are implementing, which means how much RAM we required. How can we get that one? Can we simply assume like 2 GB enough, sir? Can we simply assume? No. some calculation formulas are there. So what are those calculation formulas we have? SAP given the one tool for us that is called the SAP Sizer Tool. Using this Sizer Tool, web-based tool, SAP Sizer Tool. Using this Sizer Tool, we can estimate the our RAM size. We can estimate the our RAM size, how much RAM we required, how much RAM we required. So we can estimate the our RAM size and everything. You can see here the sizing methods and tool, SAP sizing methods and tool, introduction to the post go live sizing or before go live sizing. So sometimes we will not perform the much on the and during the go live, after the go live also we will can perform this one. So we are installing plain systems. We can calculate the quick sizer tool sizing report. So this is basically why we are doing the sizing report, means to calculate the to get the how much CPUs, how many memory, how much memory, disk and IO capacity, network. It's kind of to determine the all hardware requirements. We need to perform the sizing. We have to perform it. So here, when you are calculating the sizing, you need to provide the so you need to give the some inputs here. How many users are required, concurrent users, data flow, all these inputs you have to provide it. Then we will get the estimation of the CPU, how many CPUs, RAM size, disk and network. All this will comes under the picture. Automatically you will get from the output screen. So in the input screen, when you open this quick sizer tool, one place it will ask the can you provide the your how many users, concurrent users, and so data flow, all this information. How we will get, means we will get from the functional folks or customer will provide to us. Based on that, we need to plan the all these hardware requirements. We have to plan it, right? Quick sizer tool. How to determine the means using the quick sizer tool, using SAP quick sizer tool. So just remember quick sizer tool. Okay, quick sizer. Just remember the quick sizer tool. That's it. Okay, you don't go for in deeply in the first day itself. Okay, just to SAP quick sizer tool. This is the web-based tool. This is a browser-based. In the browser, you can open the URL, then you can create the project and you can do that one. Okay, so this is one. And what are the softwares you required? So just to inform everyone, this meeting limit only 45 minutes. After the 40 minutes, this will be disconnected again. You can just rejoin the same meeting link. Okay, so actually this is the free trial we are using. I'm planning to purchase the paid one, so that's the secondary. But as of now, if you disconnected in the middle, you can rejoin again. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Just want to update this one. Yeah. So what are the
1 second? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Chandra. I didn't get in hardware requirements, but each system having to install RAM size, this RAM size and hardware. You have
So
to install different configurations required for that.
yeah. Suppose it depends upon the suppose a non-production each system. So I'm not telling like every system you have to follow the same strategy. So depends upon the usage, depends upon the so all users will log into the production system only, right, in the landscape, so that in the production system they will log in. So how criticality of that production system, how the data flow will happen, so how many users will log in, based on that you will get the RAM size and the CPUs and storage. If you go to this quick sizer tool sizing report here in the sizing screen, so if you go to the sizing here, you will get the information. Here you will get the information. So it's the new build installation that is called this greenfield sizing. Greenfield. In the greenfield sizing, so if you access this URL, it will ask the how many users. in your business. Suppose each product for ECC system, you have the more users, all live users, they will log into the ECC system only. But BW system, they won't log into the much users. For CRM, only customer orders they will place it, only less users. So PO, that's internal integration purpose, they will use the PO. So it's not required much users. Then we can decrease the RAM size. So depends upon the usage. This hardware, yeah, this hardware usage may change depends upon the product which you are using. So in some organization they will use only ECC. Then that time, so minimum 4 GB, maximum you can go for 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 3 terabyte you can go, but minimum 4 GB recommendation is required. So in your organization for your business, you don't have much users. Only you have only 3 stores, 4 stores are there. Only so maybe 3 into 5, 4, 12 people, 13 people only users are there. In this case, you don't need much resources. Much CPU, much RAM is not required. So that time you can go for the 16 GB RAM or 8 GB RAM. That is enough for you. So if a business is depends upon the how the business is, then you can use it. Suppose Unilever business. Unilever is the product based company. So they have the SAP. There all these products and everything will the SAP. They have their production DB size is the 1.2 TB, 1.2 terabyte RAM they are using for their business for one ECC system. Like that, they have each region, they have 4 regions and 4 ECC systems they have. Right? You can see how much cost they are affecting for the hardware requirement for their business. It's a huge company. There's a huge business there for SAP side. So like that, Nestle projects, Nestle project also, Nestle product, Unilever product. So and also Novartis medical projects. Many projects are there, many customers are there, they are using. So they will not plan simply. Why? Because for their business operations, to store their business data, to sell their products and everything, they need systems. They need database to save data. Are they using similar hardware requirement for them? No. So depends upon the each region, depends upon the customers. They will in this Quick Sizer tool, they will get the they will get the they will get the so RAM size, how much we want to use for your business. So that we will get it out. So here you need to create the project and you will get the estimation, the sizing estimation and everything you will get it out. So depends upon the recommendation. It will ask the inputs when you open the tool. It will ask the inputs. So how many users, what is the data flow, everything. For the Unilever, suppose example ABC business, they have in the UK region they have only 20 users. Then 20 users how much? US region hundreds of users. Then how much RAM we will get? So depends upon this one, you will get the RAM size. It's not like that. So sizing is same for the all. That is the reason it's not standards. So it may change it. If I tell exact word also, it may change in the after the sometime it may change it. It's not stability. It will change it. The CPU, RAM, memory, everything will be changed after the business went to go live. Also, your RAM size will change. Why? Because day to day your business is increasing. Then definitely you need to increase your software and the hardware, your system size also you need to increase it, right? So that is the reason it will change it. Initially, if I tell one word 16 GB means after the 1 year it will go to the 32 GB as well. It will change it.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, sir. Sorry to interrupt you. Sir, there is any general method to calculate the memory storage because this is the new method of quick sizer.
This is not new method, Sweta. It's like starting of the SAP implementation onwards, they are following the Quick Sizer tool. So normally, how the organization will follow means for all non-production systems, they will go for the 16 GB, 16 GB, 16 GB, 16 GB, 8 GB, 8 GB normal method. Why? Because non-productions are not much important. For production, they will go for the double of the non-production, maybe 32 GB, 32 GB, 32 GB, they will go.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so normal rough calculations. So if you ask me my project, they will go for the So 1.2 terabyte for the one production system, live business production system, transport business. If you ask me one more, yes.
We are discussing client machines or server machines. I think client machines we are discussing.
Server, our SAP, to install the SAP, what are the hardware recommendations we have to follow? That is the method we are following. Suppose you have to install the SAP on the server, right? Server you have to install it. Server means, so your customer will provide the OS and infrastructure, everything to you. You need to do the installation. Will you directly go do the installation on the client machine? In the client server machine directly will go? No, right? So what we have to do, we need to do some requirements we have to gather. That is called the prerequisite activities we have to follow, like hardware requirements and the software requirements we have to follow. Hardware requirements, so it's not very simple actually. That is the reason the customer will involve the architects who are having more years of experience. They will involve the architects to get the RAM size, CPUs, and storage and network. That is the reason in this phase, normally we will not involve. Only from software requirements we will involve it. It's like, so to directly answer to your question, it's like client server machine, we will do the installation, not in our local machines.
Okay.
This prerequisites all comes under production systems or?
Yeah, production systems only. Why? Because production is the very important, right? Live business. Not production, if you down, if all 2 days down also, there is no business impact. If the production is down, even 2 minutes, 3 minutes, they lost a lot of business impact, right? So that is the reason strictly we have to follow the production, this hardware requirement for especially for the production systems only. So non-production is not required. Why? Because non-production, we only will log in our teams, your basis team, security team, functional team, we will log in, we will do the work, testing, developing, all these activities, we will perform it. But production, apart from that, to our IT team, users will log in to the production team, they will book the orders, they will book some sales orders, they will do all the business, they will store the data, everything they will perform it, right? So that's the reason when they are booking the order, when suppose you are planning to purchase, you are planning to book the one order in the Amazon. So when you are trying to log in that time, Amazon is not available. What you will get? Amazon. So you will get some negative impression. Then you will go to the Flipkart. You will book the from the Flipkart, right? So that is the loss for the Amazon, right, customer. Why? Because they lost the one transaction. Similar like how many transactions will happen in one day? Suppose in IRCTC you are planning to book the one ticket exactly at 10 o'clock. I want to book the one ticket. That time IRCTC down. What will happen? It will affect to all the IRCTC business, trains, schedule, seats, wait list, everything it will impact, right? That is the reason. So it's a production systems. Production systems we have to plan carefully. So IRCTC is on SAP, right? You know, yesterday we discussed it. IRCTC is on the SAP. So if their SAP system is down, what will happen? Per day, how many tickets they are booking? It will affect to all their tickets and everything, right? The trains will go empty. No passengers. If the tickets down, they are not booked in ticket, maybe they may cancel it as well sometimes. But if the thing is there, no one booked the tickets means they will cancel it. Why they are not booking the tickets means the site is not available to book the tickets. Site is means the backend SAP system is not available to book those tickets. Same as like Bhubaneswar Metro, Pune Metro. So all their metros, they are using the SAP. They are using SAP application for their plan, their travels and everything. Not only here. So for other customers in the UK, US, for their government projects also they are using. In the AP central finance systems also they are using the SAP. So I should not disclose all these things, but they are using SAP. Okay. So that is the reason for production systems we have to plan very carefully. That is why they will involve the architects. Architects means, you know, right, who are having more than 10 years, 15 years experience, they will involve them. Okay. Why? Because they know, more experienced guys knows how to get this RAM size and everything. We we directly involve from the support project. Support project means after this all implementations, installation is done, then from there, from support onwards, we will involve it. Like our daily work is daily monitoring, transports, and parameter changes. Then so like upgrades, so refresh. So in this kind of work we will perform it. So not like that installation work, but in our class we will do the installation as well. That is the reason I'm giving the small introduction about the hardware requirements.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I think we discussed more today in the day 2. So if I discuss more tomorrow, no one join. So okay, that's it for today. So but we have the still tomorrow also we'll discuss about the in detailed hardware requirements and software requirements. Then only we will go for the downloading the softwares and everything. Okay. So just giving the some small information about the hardware requirements. But because initially if I discuss more in detailed way, you will get confused. That is the reason architects will do this one. So, but we will discuss this one in detailed way in the tomorrow's class. Okay, no need to worry. So, any questions?
Okay.
Yeah, any questions? Let me know. Otherwise, you can call me my mobile number. I will clarify. Yeah, someone asking some question.